In this episode, we'll pay tribute to the legendary Frankie Beverly, a true icon whose soulful voice and timeless music with Maze shaped the sound of R&B and inspired many generations. From Joy and Pain to Before I Let Go, Frankie's smooth grooves and heartfelt lyrics touched the souls of millions, leaving a legacy that transcends time. His ability to bring raw emotions into every song while keeping the groove alive has influenced countless artists and producers across all genres. Believe me, hip-hop, R&B, jazz, you name it. So today, I'll cover 3 gems of how hip-hop producers can apply those Frankie Beverly inspired tips to their own beats and music. All right, this is going to be good. I want to honor his life today, all right? His music and the lasting impact he had on the world of soul and beyond. PL Beers, you know what time it is, baby. Let's grow. Welcome to another episode of Platinum Lyrics and Beats. I'm your host, Trey Boy. What up, what up? All right, as you know, we're celebrating the life of the legend Frankie Beverly, of the legendary Frankie Beverly, all right? When I first heard Frankie Beverly's music, I was about 10 or 11 years old. That's probably why I have an old soul now, but my brother Keith would always play his music in his Explorer with the bass lines bumping in the back through the woofers. You know, he had a nice system. Even though I love the bass lines that Frankie Beverly and Maze created through their songs, I fell in love with the soul, the melodies, and how he delivered his music. It was second to none, man. My bro passed that music down to me, and of course I passed it down to my son and daughter. They know Frankie Beverly just as well as I do, right? The music, all right? Good music never dies. So this episode is dedicated to Mr. Frankie Beverly, all right? Let's jump straight in. The 3 genius beat-making gems from the legendary Frankie Beverly. Here's number 1. Master the groove. In music, the groove refers to the rhythmic feel or sense of swing that makes the track feel smooth, natural, or even engaging, all right? It's what makes people want to tap their foot, you know, nod their head, or even dance. The groove is created by the interplay between the drums, the bass, and other rhythmic instruments or percussions, often through crafting, timing, variations, and the way the different parts lock together, okay? That's the groove. Essentially, it's the heartbeat of the song that gives it the flow and energy, drawing the listeners and keeping them, you know, connected to the music. That's what the groove does. It's very important. If you're a real fan of Frankie Beverly and Maze, you know the groove might play for about 1 or 2 minutes before Frankie even starts to sing, right? You just listen to the music. You know, that's the groove. Just like in hip-hop, the groove is king. So for us producers to get that deep, soulful vibe, we must focus on crafting tight drum patterns, you know, the smooth bass lines, like the one in one of Frankie Beverly's hit songs, Southern Girls. Now, check that bass line out when you get a chance. If you haven't heard this song, check out the bass line in Southern Girl. It's really dope. Really catchy, groovy bass line, all right? But that's why you hear rappers like Jay-Z, Too Short, DJ Quick, Rick Ross, and the list goes on. They all use tracks where the drums are layered with live instrumentation. The drums, the bass, okay? A lot of times we be in the studio, we're using samples, but we have live bands playing behind our music as well, all right? And the reason they do this is because they want to keep their audience engaged and their head bobbing, all right? That's what a groovy bass line and drum pattern does. That's the groove. Don't get it twisted. Before the lyrics are ever even written, most artists won't even start writing, all right? They wait until they hear the groove, the bass, the drums, and the percussions, because the groove carries the track. You know, it carries the beat, and it carries how the artist is going to flow on top of that beat. Now, What's the first thing you hear on Will Smith's hit song, Summertime? Drums, please. That's right. All day, man. It's all about the groove. Ever catch yourself with beats constantly playing in your head? Do you use pots and pans, or maybe even your school desk, as an imaginary drum machine? Look, I've been there, seeking an outlet for all of that creative energy. That's why I dove into the world of music production, and it transformed my creative space entirely. If you're itching to explore the world of music production, look, I got you covered. I created a free video, The Beginner's Guide for Music Producers. All right? I'm covering the essential equipment for producers, guiding you through crafting a dope beat from scratch, and shedding light on the exciting career paths awaiting skilled music producers ready to make money from doing what they love. All right? Ready to dive into this amazing musical journey? Head over to aspireproducerslab.com today, and let's unwrap the gift of music production together. Your creative adventure starts now at aspireproducerslab.com. Back to the episode. Now here's the second genius beat making gem from the legendary Frankie Beverly. This is a good one. Use space to create good vibes. Use space to create good vibes. All right? Frankie Beverly and Maze, their music never sound cluttered. It never sound cluttered. Everything was in pocket. There was always room for Frankie's vocals to breathe. So, instead of filling up every second, every minute with sounds and samples, let your beat breathe. Let it breathe, leaving room for other elements in the song, particularly for vocals, when the artist comes in. For example, listen to Golden Time of Day. The beat in that song is just smooth, and Frankie is just riding on top of the beat. When you listen to the beat and the bass line, there's room for the music to settle in. Now, it may take you a little while to pick up these skills, but when you listen to songs that implement these type of skills, and you can listen to the way they're letting the vocals mix in between the groove and it's leaving space, you can catch on to it and learn from it. That's how I learned from it, just by listening. All right, for hip-hop beats, resist the urge to overload the track with effects, hi-hats, or extra layers. Okay, now, I'm laughing because I'm guilty of this too, all right? But when I listen to a beat, I come to the conclusion after I listen to it for a while, or I come back the next day, I listen to it, and I'm like, Trey boy, do you really need to add more sounds and samples to this beat? Take some of that out, all right? We should leave pockets in the beat for the artist to ride the song, to do their thing. So this also lets the low end and the melody shine as well, creating a vibe that pulls people in. Similar to how a soulful hook works in Frankie Beverly's music. He's going to grab your attention through the hook, through the soulful vibe. Now look, I'll be honest. We would be here all day if I told you everything I learned from Frankie Beverly's music, all right, and how I implement that in hip-hop beats, in my hip-hop beats, in my music. But as I promised, I have 3 tips. Could have more, but I have 3 tips. Here's number 3. Bring emotions through chords and samples. All right? This right here, man, will send your music over the top. Now, I never had the opportunity to sample Frankie Beverly's music and put it out legally. I'll just say that, right? One day I hope to be able to do so. All right, but there's a guy named Kelowna Loud who made a song called California. You probably heard it. They played it on the radio. They usually play it back in the day. Well, a couple of years ago, right? He sampled We Are One by Frankie Beverly and Maze. I think T.I. is on that joint. Young Dolph, rest in peace, man. And Rico. But that song is jamming. Rightfully so, because the R&B chords from We Are One are wrapped around the beat, the hip-hop beat, the producer laid. Okay? Maze's music was always rich with emotions, and hip-hop beats can capture that same energy. And the way we can do this is by using soulful chord progressions. You can sample classic songs or funk records, or even recreate that feeling by playing your own melodies. All right, if you play, you can get on your MIDI controller and just, punch out some chords that sound real soulful. Another great way to do this is to sample something emotional and stretch it out, chop it up, or even reverse it to create an entirely new heartfelt beat. All right, but you gotta have those chords in there so the listener, the artist, can feel the soul from it. Whether it's from old vinyl or smooth synth pads, the goal is to give your track that raw, emotional feel. Something Frankie Beverly always included in all of his songs. Yo, we'll get back to the episode in just a few minutes, but I want to give you a free gift for rocking with me today, all right? Are you tired of your beats sitting on your hard drive collecting dust? Are you struggling to make money from all the hard work, time, and effort you put into making dope music? If the answer is yes, this is the perfect time to build a profitable email list to market, promote, and sell your beats, songs, or products if you have any. All right, just go to buildlistsellbeats.com. Buildlistsellbeats.com and download the email marketing tools for music producers checklist for free. That's right, I'm giving this game for free. You'll get access to the game-changing list of tools and resources that enable me to gain a lucrative email list with supportive listeners and music lovers ready to make a purchase. All right, email marketing is here to stay. Check the data. 347 billion emails were sent and received per day in 2023. All right, and it's going to just increase from there. And for music producers, artists, songwriters like ourselves looking to grow and build their fan base, supporters, and bank account, may I add, all right, building an email list is the most rewarding thing you can do. Take advantage of the potential profits you can make on your musical journey by downloading the proven, neatly, well-crafted, laid-out checklist today, all right? Go to buildlistsellbeats.com and download the checklist today and turn your passion for creating music into money in your bank account. The link's in the description. Back to the episode. Now, by blending these techniques, mastering the groove, leaving room for the beat to breathe, and add soulful melodies from rich chords, all right? By doing this, hip-hop producers can create beats that has that same proven formula, like Frankie Beverly's timeless music, all right? Rest easy, Mr. Frankie Beverly. Thank you for all the great music, man. Setting the mood at cookouts, parties, weddings, anniversaries, even funerals. Man, look, your music will live forever. Aspiring music producers, fellow music producers, thank you for hanging out with me today. Subscribe to watch more helpful videos like this every week. You know we drop every Tuesday. Remember to produce with a purpose. Let's get that work. This Trey Boy. Hey, I'm out. Peace.